The law requires that special precautions be taken for medications that are considered controlled medication. We briefly talked about what a controlled medication is in Module 1, and I will discuss it further in Module 5. Remember that controlled medications must be locked in a container that is locked within an enclosure. In other words, they're double locked. In addition, a count verifying the amount remaining is correct based on the previous count less the number given. Counts must be performed at shift changes or at least every 24 hours. I would like you to be on the lookout for techniques to properly set up a new controlled medication count sheet, accurately record a count, accurately record the administration of a controlled medication, and the techniques used for performing a count during situations when two MAPs are not present for the count. Controlled medications may be dispensed in several types of containers. For instance, a bottle with a medicine label, bubble sheets, etc. Each supply of medication must be counted and have its own count sheet. Remember, in this situation, the word supply could mean that all of the doses come from one container or card, or the supply is for a specific time of the day. For this reason, you record the scheduled time on the count sheet. Pay close attention to the packaging, labeling, and the times on your count sheet when performing your controlled medication count. If the medication is in a bottle, it's pretty easy. One bottle equals one supply equals one count sheet, unless it takes more than one bottle to supply the medication for the entire month. If it comes in a bubble pack, you give more than one dose a day, you must be sure the pharmacy did not dispense one card for each dosing time. Generally, they will put an alert sticker that says morning, noon, evening, if it's a different card for a different administration time. If it's one supply and more than one card, you usually will see a sticker at the top of the card that says 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. The bottom line, pay attention and be sure that you have set up your count sheet to accurately reflect your supply. In this exercise, we will complete the setup for the count sheet that makes several entries, both recording the administration or supervision of the medication and completing several types of shift counts. Jessie James has received her refill for her medication. Ativan 1 milligram POBID. There are 60 pills and the prescription number is 795119. Standard med pass time for BID is 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Let's fill out the header on your count sheet form included on your worksheet. 1. Name of the medication. 2. The dosage. 3. The route. 4. The individual's name. 5. The start date, which equals the date the medication was received. 6. Verify and write the number of pills, capsules, or volume you received. 7. Enter the prescription number. 8. Enter the time the medication is to be administered or indicate if it's a PRN medication. 9. The people receiving this medication and confirming the count initial that they have received the medication. 2 people is preferred, but 1 is acceptable. You will always record the number remaining in the column I highlighted in yellow. This is how many are there right now if I went and counted them. You only write in the green area if you're giving a medication. You only write in the orange area if you're doing a shift count or a daily count. There may be blank lines in the green area or the orange area, but never in the yellow area. You may print the count sheets on the front and back of the page. Use as many pages as needed to record the counts until all of the medication is gone or expired. In this example, you will notice the medication is PRN. Diastat is generally only ordered for breakthrough seizures. The person could foreseeably not need the medication for weeks, months, or even years if his seizure disorder is well controlled. In this situation, you would still count the medication each shift or at least every 24 hours, whichever is applicable. You would add a new sheet as the old one is filled up. This would continue until either 1. The medication was administered, or 2. The medication expired and must be disposed of. Remember, fill out the medication destruction record. I highly recommend that you put the expiration date next to the name of the medication and double check it whenever you add another count sheet. That way it won't be expired if you ever need to administer it. In this example, we have several things going on. 1. Greta gave the first dose after receiving the medications at 6 p.m. She verified the number of pills on hand, which was 60. Documented she gave 1, verified that she had 59 remaining. 2. John and Greta counted at 7 p.m., confirming the count was correct. Notice the shift count is done on the same line as the last medication given in the off-going shift, which would be 7A to 7P. 3. John gave the 6 a.m. dose. 4. Greta and John counted at 7 a.m. 5. Greta did not give the 6 p.m. dose because Jessie refused. The refusal was documented on the MAR. Notice there's not a documentation on the side where you would document the administration. 6. At 7 p.m., John and Greta counted, confirmed the number remaining was correct, and brought it down to the line with the shift count documentation. In this example, John is a live-in, so there are no shifts. He is required to count at least every 24 hours and chooses to do so at 7 p.m. each night. Quick recap. 1. When a supply of controlled medication is received, you fill out the top of the form. Start date equals date received. That's the blue highlighted portion. 2. The number remaining is how many are there. Right at this moment, if you counted. That's the yellow highlighted portion. 3. When you give a medication, you document in the green area. The number on hand should always equal the number remaining from the previous line. If not, med error, your count is off. You enter your name as the person administering and the number given. Verify the amount remaining equals the number on hand when you started minus the number given. 4. When you do a shift count or daily count, you document in the orange area. The number you count equals the number remaining. If not, med error, your count is off.